Do you ever feel like you are chasing respect, hoping to catch it? We often believe it is something we must demand or perform for, but a path of inner peace teaches a different way. Respect is not pursued, it is attracted. It is the natural fragrance of a life lived with intention and quiet strength. This journey is not about becoming someone else. It is about uncovering the profound dignity already waiting within you. Lesson 1. Prioritize genuine self-worth over external validation. The search for respect often begins in the wrong place, outside of ourselves. We look to the words of others, the number of likes, the promotions, and the praise to measure our own value. This is like trying to fill a cup that has a hole in the bottom. No amount of external validation will ever be enough because it is fleeting and conditional. It depends on the moods, opinions, and biases of others. One day you are celebrated. The next you are ignored. Relying on this is to build your home on shifting sands. The secret is to shift your foundation inward. True, unshakable worth comes from a deep, quiet wellspring within you. It is the recognition of your own inherent dignity, independent of any outside opinion. Imagine a great ancient tree. It stands tall and strong, its roots running deep into the earth. The tree does not need the wind to tell it that it is strong. It does not need the birds to sing its praises to know its own value. It simply is. Your self-worth should be like this tree. It must be cultivated from within, through self-awareness and self-compassion. This means learning to acknowledge your own efforts, regardless of the outcome. It means forgiving your own mistakes, as part of the human journey. It means speaking to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. This internal validation is not arrogant or loud. It is a quiet confidence, a serene self-acceptance. When you stop begging for scraps of validation from the outside world, you begin to feast on the boundless banquet of your own inner value. People are intuitively drawn to this quiet self-assurance. They feel the stability and peace that radiate from someone who is not desperately seeking approval. This is the first and most fundamental step. You must respect yourself first, not with loud proclamations, but with a deep, silent, and unwavering sense of your own enoughness. Lesson 2. Focus on consistent value creation, not fleeting trends. In our world of constant change, it is easy to get caught up in chasing what is new, popular, and trending. We see others gaining attention for a particular style, a new idea, or a social media challenge, and we feel a pull to do the same. This is the path of begging for attention. It is a frantic and exhausting dance where you are always one step behind, trying to mold yourself into what you think the world wants to see. This approach is ultimately hollow. It lacks substance and authenticity. The respect it might generate is as fleeting as the trend itself. A more profound path is to turn away from the noise and focus on something timeless, the consistent creation of value. This means dedicating yourself to contributing something meaningful, no matter how small it may seem. Value is not about grand, heroic gestures. It is about the quality you bring to your daily actions. It is the care with which you do your work. It is the reliability you offer to your family. It is the help you extend to a neighbor. It is the positive energy you bring into a room. Think of a master craftsman. He does not worry about the latest fads in furniture design. Instead, he focuses on his materials, his tools, and his technique. Day after day, he shows up and pours his skill and attention into his work. Over time, he creates pieces of lasting beauty and utility. His reputation is not built on a single flashy creation, but on the unwavering consistency of his excellence. This is the model for earning respect. Find your craft, whether it is your job, your role as a parent, a hobby, or your contribution to your community, and commit to it. Show up consistently. Do the work with integrity. Aim to make things a little better, to help others in a small way, to add a touch of quality to everything you do. This steady, quiet contribution is like a river cutting through stone. may not be dramatic, but its power is immense. Over time, people will stop noticing what you say and start noticing what you do. They will see the value you create, the reliability you embody, and the positive impact you have. Respect will flow toward you, not because you chased it, but because you became a source of genuine worth. Lesson 3. Master a skill deeply. Competence commands respect. There is a unique and powerful form of gravity created by true competence. In a world where many people have a shallow knowledge of many things, the person who has dedicated themselves to the deep mastery of one thing stands apart. This is not about being a genius or having a rare talent. It is about choosing a path and walking it with diligence, patience, and unwavering focus. Think of it this way. A wide, shallow stream makes a lot of noise as it rushes over the pebbles, but it has little force. A deep, narrow river, however, flows with a quiet, immense power that can carve canyons through solid rock. True mastery is like that deep river. It is quiet, focused, and profoundly powerful. Chasing attention often leads us to become the noisy, shallow stream. We dabble in this, try that, and collect superficial skills to appear impressive. But this rarely earns lasting respect. It is the depth, not the breadth, of your ability that commands it. To master a skill is a spiritual practice in itself. It requires you to be fully present. It demands patience when you fail and humility when you succeed. When you are deeply engaged in honing a craft, whether it is coding, gardening, cooking, or managing a team, your ego begins to dissolve. There is only the task, the process, the continuous cycle of learning and improving. This deep focus is a form of meditation. It calms the restless mind that constantly seeks external approval. Your confidence stops being dependent on what others think and starts being rooted in the tangible reality of your own ability. You know what you are capable of because you have put in the hours. You have faced the challenges. You have pushed through the plateaus. This quiet confidence is magnetic. When you speak about your area of expertise, people listen, not because you are loud, but because they can sense the depth of your understanding. When you act, you do so with an efficiency and grace that comes only from thousands of hours of practice. You don't need to announce your competence. Your results speak for you. Choose an area of your life and decide to go deep. Read the books. Take the courses. Find a mentor. Most importantly, put in the practice. The respect that comes from true mastery is not given lightly. It is earned through sweat, focus, and a dedication that goes far beyond the surface. Lesson 4. Live with unwavering integrity and true authenticity. Respect is built on a foundation of trust, and trust can only grow in the soil of integrity. Integrity is the profound alignment between your inner values and your outer actions. It is the choice to be the same person in all situations, whether you are in the spotlight or completely alone. It means your thoughts, your words, and your deeds are all singing the same song. This is far more difficult than it sounds. We are often tempted to bend our principles for personal gain, to say what people want to hear, or to present a polished, inauthentic version of ourselves to the world. We wear different masks for different people, hoping to win their approval. But this inner division is exhausting. It creates a subtle but constant anxiety because we are always afraid of being found out. It is a form of self-betrayal, and it slowly erodes our own self-respect, making it impossible to earn it from others. Living with integrity means choosing the harder, better path. It means speaking the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. It means keeping your promises, even when it is inconvenient. It means treating everyone with fairness and kindness, not just those you wish to impress. An ancient path of wisdom teaches us that our actions create ripples that extend far beyond our sight. An act of integrity sends out ripples of trust and stability. An act of deceit sends out ripples of confusion and doubt. To live authentically is to let go of the masks. It is to embrace who you are with all your strengths and your imperfections. This does not mean you are perfect. It means you are honest. You own your mistakes. You celebrate your unique perspective. You allow yourself to be seen as you truly are. At first, this vulnerability can feel frightening, but true authenticity is a superpower. When people sense that you are genuine, they feel safe. They know that what they see is what they get. They trust that your words reflect your true intentions. This kind of trust is the bedrock of all deep and lasting respect. It cannot be faked or manufactured. It is the natural result of a life lived in harmony with itself. Be a clear pool of water, not a murky one. Let your actions be a perfect reflection of your values, and the respect you earn will be as clear and deep as your own character. Lesson 5. Listen more to understand rather than just to respond. In our eagerness to be seen as smart, helpful, or important, we often treat conversation as a competition. While someone else is speaking, we are not truly listening. Instead, we are busy formulating our own response. We are waiting for our turn to talk, to share our opinion, to tell our story, or to offer our solution. This is not communication. It is a series of competing monologues. This habit, though common, quietly pushes respect away. It sends a clear, unspoken message to the other person. What I have to say is more important than what you are saying. I am not interested in your world. I am interested in imposing mine upon it. This approach makes people feel unheard, unseen, and unimportant. The path to earning genuine respect lies in a radical shift, learning to listen with the sole intention of understanding. This is a profound act of generosity. It means setting aside your own ego, your own agenda, and your own brilliant response, and offering someone the rare gift of your full, undivided attention. True listening is a mindful practice. It means noticing the words, the tone of voice, and the body language. It means being curious. It means asking questions not to challenge, but to clarify and to go deeper. It is about trying to see the world, just for a moment, through another person's eyes. Imagine yourself as an empty bowl, ready to receive whatever the other person wants to share, without judgment. When you give someone this gift of deep listening, something remarkable happens. They feel validated, they feel safe, they feel respected. In that moment of genuine connection, they feel that they matter. This act builds powerful bridges of trust and rapport. People will remember how you made them feel long after they have forgotten the specifics of the conversation. They will remember that you were the one who truly listened. This skill is one of the quietest but most powerful ways to earn respect. It requires no special talent, only a willingness to be present and a genuine interest in other human beings. In a world full of noise, be the person who offers silence. In a world full of opinions, be the person who offers understanding. The respect you will receive in return will be deep, heartfelt, and enduring, because you first offered it to others through the simple, sacred act of listening. Lesson 6. Deliver reliably on your promises, always. Our words are powerful. They can build bridges or burn them. When we make a promise, we are offering a piece of our credibility to another person. We are saying, "You can count on me." Every time we follow through on that promise, no matter how small, we reinforce that bridge. We add another stone to the foundation of trust. Every time we break a promise, we chip away at that foundation. If this happens too often, the entire structure of respect can collapse. Reliability is the currency of respect. It is a quiet virtue that speaks volumes. It is not about grand, dramatic gestures, but about the steady, consistent, and often unglamorous act of doing what you said you would do. Think of the sun. It rises every morning. It sets every evening. It does not make a grand announcement. It does not seek applause. Its power lies in its absolute, unwavering reliability. We build our lives around its consistency. We trust it completely. Your personal integrity should strive for this same quality. This means being mindful of the commitments you make. An ancient path of wisdom advises us to be careful with our speech, to not make promises lightly. It is better to under-promise and over-deliver than the other way around. Before you say yes to a request, take a moment. Be realistic about your time, your energy, and your abilities. It is far more respectful to politely decline a commitment you cannot honor than to agree and then fail to deliver. When you do make a promise, treat it as a sacred contract. Write it down. Set a reminder. Do whatever it takes to ensure you follow through. This applies to all areas of life. If you say you will have the report done by Friday, have it done by Friday. If you promise your child you will be at their game, be there. If you tell a friend you will call them back, call them back. Each of these small acts of reliability is a deposit into your account of trustworthiness. Over time, these deposits compound. People learn that your word is your bond. They know that when you commit to something, it will happen. This creates a profound sense of safety and security around you. They will not have to wonder, worry, or chase you down. This deep-seated trust is the very essence of respect. It is earned not with words, but with the quiet, consistent proof of your actions. Lesson 7. Set clear boundaries. Self-respect precedes others' respect. We often believe that to be respected, we must be endlessly accommodating. We say yes when we mean no. We allow others to take up our time, drain our energy, and overstep our limits because we are afraid of causing conflict or being disliked. We think that by being endlessly available and agreeable, we will earn their admiration. In reality, the opposite is true. When you have no boundaries, you send an unspoken message to the world. My needs, my time, and my well-being are not important. You can treat me however you wish. This lack of self-respect makes it impossible for others to respect you. They may like you for your utility, but they will not respect you as an equal. Setting clear, healthy boundaries is a fundamental act of self-respect. It is not an act of aggression or selfishness. Think of it like a fence around a beautiful garden. The fence is not there to keep everyone out in a hostile way. It is there to protect the delicate flowers and plants growing inside from being trampled. Your energy, your peace of mind, and your time are that garden. Boundaries are the fences you build to protect them. This means learning to say no gracefully but firmly. It means communicating your limits clearly and kindly. For example, I can help with that, but I only have 1 hour to spare. Or, I appreciate the invitation, but I need some quiet time for myself this evening. It also means defining how you expect to be treated. It is okay to say, please don't speak to me in that tone. This is not about controlling others. It is about teaching them how to treat you. At first, setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable, especially if you are used to being a people pleaser. Some people may even push back because they were benefiting from your lack of boundaries. This is a crucial test. The people who truly value you will respect your limits. Those who don't were not offering genuine respect in the first place. A timeless spiritual path teaches the importance of compassion, and that compassion must begin with yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. By protecting your own well-being, you ensure you have more to offer the world from a place of fullness, not depletion. When you respect your own time, others will too. When you value your own energy, others will as well. Respect from others is a mirror. It can only reflect the respect you first show to yourself. Lesson 8. Give more than you seek. Contribute actively. Many people move through the world with a mindset of extraction. Their primary, often unconscious, question in any situation is, what can I get from this? They are seeking to get attention, to get praise, to get a promotion, to get help. This get mentality creates a subtle energy of neediness. It is the posture of a beggar, and it rarely inspires genuine respect. To transform this dynamic, you must consciously shift your focus from getting to giving. The core question becomes, what can I contribute here? This is not about grand sacrificial acts or becoming a doormat. It is about a fundamental change in your orientation to the world. It is about actively looking for opportunities to add value, to help, to support, and to uplift. A profound spiritual truth is that of interdependence. We are all connected. A life focused on giving acknowledges this connection. It is like being a healthy cell in a body. Your purpose is to contribute to the well-being of the whole. This can manifest in countless small ways. In a meeting, instead of focusing on how to sound smart, focus on how to help the group reach a better decision. In a friendship, instead of thinking about what your friend can do for you, think about how you can be a better support for them. In your community, instead of complaining about problems, look for a small way you can be part of the solution. Think of it like a well. A well that is only ever drawn from will eventually run dry. But a well that is connected to an underground spring will overflow, nourishing everything around it. By focusing on giving, you become that spring. You shift from a consumer to a creator. This generosity of spirit is incredibly powerful. People are naturally drawn to those who are givers. They feel the positive, supportive energy you bring. They see you as a source of strength and value, not as someone who is trying to take something from them. This doesn't mean you should never ask for help or receive anything. The act of giving creates a natural flow. When you contribute generously to the ecosystem around you, the ecosystem naturally supports you in return. But the respect comes first from your posture as a contributor. Shift your focus from what's in it for me to how can I help? And you will find that the respect you once sought will begin to flow toward you effortlessly. Lesson 9. Lead by quiet example, not by loud demands. There are two ways to influence the world around you. The first is through loud demands. This is the path of telling people what to do, of issuing commands, of criticizing, and of using your position or voice to force compliance. This may achieve short-term results, but it fosters resentment and fear, not respect. People may obey you, but they will not admire you. The second way is through quiet example. This is the path of embodying the very qualities you wish to see in others. It is the most powerful, dignified, and effective form of leadership, whether you are managing a company, raising a family, or simply interacting with your peers. Your actions are your most powerful sermon. If you want your team to be punctual, you must always be the first one to arrive. If you want your children to be kind, they must see you treating others with kindness, especially when you think they are not looking. If you want a more positive workplace, you must be the one who refuses to engage in gossip and instead speaks constructively. Think of a lighthouse. It does not race around the coast, shouting at ships, telling them where to go. It does not fire cannons or sound alarms. It simply stands in one place, rooted to its foundation, and shines its light. It becomes a reliable, unwavering point of reference. Ships navigate by its example. Your character should be your lighthouse. Live your values so consistently and so genuinely that your life itself becomes an instruction manual for others. This approach requires immense integrity and self-discipline. It is easier to tell someone else to be patient than it is to practice patience yourself in a moment of frustration. It is easier to demand honesty from others than it is to be unfailingly honest yourself. But this is where true respect is forged. People are far more influenced by what they see than by what they are told. They can sense the difference between someone who just talks about principles and someone who lives them. When your life is a testament to your beliefs, you don't need to make loud demands. Your quiet, consistent example creates a powerful gravitational pull, inspiring others to elevate their own behavior. This is the essence of dignified influence. It is leadership that earns not just compliance, but deep, heartfelt respect and admiration. Lesson 10. Understand respect is patiently earned, never instantly granted. In our culture of instant gratification, we want everything now. Instant communication, instant food, and instant success. We carry this expectation into our relationships, hoping for instant respect. We meet someone new, say the right things, do a good deed, and then wonder why we don't immediately have their deep admiration. This is a fundamental misunderstanding of how respect works. Respect is not a transaction, it is a harvest. It is the final, beautiful result of a long and patient process of cultivation. It cannot be rushed, demanded, or hacked. It must be allowed to grow in its own time. Think of planting a bamboo tree. For the first 4 years, you water the seed and see nothing. There is no visible growth above the ground. It would be easy to become discouraged, to think your efforts are wasted, and to give up. But beneath the surface, something incredible is happening. The bamboo is building a vast and complex root system, preparing a foundation for the growth to come. Then, in the 5th year, the tree shoots up, growing dozens of feet in just a few weeks. Respect is like that bamboo tree. All the lessons we have discussed, building self-worth, creating value, mastering a skill, living with integrity, listening, keeping promises, setting boundaries, giving, and leading by example, are the equivalent of watering that seed. They are the patient, often unseen work of building your root system. For a long time, you may not see dramatic results. You may act with integrity, and no one seems to notice. You may listen deeply, and it may not be immediately reciprocated. You may consistently deliver on your promises without any fanfare or applause. This is the most crucial period. It is where your commitment is tested. This is where patience, a core spiritual virtue, becomes your greatest ally. You must trust the process. You must understand that every single act of character builds your foundation. Each promise kept, each moment of genuine listening, each act of quiet contribution adds another root to your network. Then, over time, without you even realizing it, your bamboo will shoot up. The respect you receive will seem to a bystander to have appeared overnight, but you will know the truth. You will know it is the harvest of years of patient, quiet, and consistent effort. It was never granted to you in an instant. It was earned one honorable moment at a time.